Jennifer here. As part of the Chic assignment for July, we are studying the poetry of Emily Dickinson. And I thought it would be kind of fun to do a makeup and hair tutorial to recreate her look. Nowadays, people like to recreate the looks of modern celebrities, but I think there's something important about going into the past to have a look at the women who came before us. Emily Dickinson has a very modest appearance, and that is something that is in stark contrast to what we value today. Back in Emily's time, people did not have thousands of pictures of themselves like we do today, and there are really only a few pictures of Emily Dickinson. This one is the most famous, and it's the image that comes to mind whenever we think about her. So I'm going to try to recreate this look today. Of course, it's going to be a little bit modern because I'm wearing nail polish and earrings, and I'm going to be applying makeup. I don't know if Emily Dickinson wore makeup, but if she did, it was just very subtle. Maybe she powdered her nose, I'm not sure. But I'm going to be doing a Lino makeup look for you today, as well as her hairstyle. So let's get right into it.
Okay, so I'm going to prime my face here and just moisturize it a bit before I apply a foundation. So Emily had very pale skin. We are not going to be using any bronzers or any shimmery type makeup. I'm just using a very matte foundation that's slightly pale, maybe something I'd use in the winter time. And I'm also using under eye concealer and concealer on my dark spots. So I'm just going for a very creamy look for the skin, and so I'm going to finish everything off with a finishing powder, translucent one. And that's just going to give Emily's beautiful and clear, yet natural looking complexion. Cup of tea is definitely in order, don't you think? Okay, now I'm going to fill in my eyebrows, and Emily had strong brows, so I do not naturally. I have rather sparse ones, so I'm going to be filling those in. And as always, applying a primer on my eyelids before applying eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm just going to cover the whole lid with a very subtle vanilla shade. Emily did not wear eyeshadow, I'm pretty sure, so we don't want it to look like I'm wearing eyeshadow. But I'm just going to create a tiny bit of a definition in my crease with a light brown shade. Nothing too dramatic. That's it. And I'm going to blend it in. This is truly a Lino makeup look. Okay, now I'm going to take an eyeliner and I'm just subtly putting it into my lash line. I do not want a cat eye or any visible line. But do you see the definition, the difference? I'm going to go ahead and do that with the other eye as well. And you can always rub it in with a Q-tip to make it look even more natural. I'm following it up with some black mascara, just a very small amount. I don't want clumpy lashes. We're going for a very natural look here. On my cheeks, I'm using a cream blush just to give myself a flush as if I've been outside in the garden. And now on my lips, I am just applying a shade that looks natural but slightly more colorful than my regular lip tone. And that is the Lino makeup look. Do you see how natural it looks? Barely can tell that I'm wearing any makeup. Now for the hair. So I'm just going to brush my hair out here. And now I'm going to create that central part that Emily has. So I'm just taking a hairpin right now and creating that central part. Now I'm going to take a flat iron and smooth the hair around my face. Emily had very straight hair, so I don't want any curly frizzies. Okay, I'm going to create a bit of volume in the back by just taking the portion at the back of my head, twisting it a little bit, and putting in some bobby pins to set it. I've showed you this before in previous hair tutorials. And I do this a lot to create volume at my crown. Now I'm going to be taking an Invisibobble, or you could take any hair tie that you have, and I am putting this into a ponytail, leaving hair on either side of my face out of it. You'll see what I'm going to do with that in just a moment. Now I'm going to braid my ponytail in just a simple 3-strand braid. Now take your braid and wrap it around the ponytail to create a little braided bun and secure with bobby pins. Now you're going to take that hair on either side of your face and wrap it around the bun, going underneath. This creates a nice layered look, but it also secures the bun really well. Okay, now I'm going to take this little velvet tie I have and use it as my velvet choker. It appears to be that Emily's wearing a velvet choker in her picture. So this is my modern take on Emily Dickinson's classic and iconic look. I think it is a look very fitting for one of America's most celebrated poets.
Thank you for joining me on the Daily Connoisseur. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul, and sings the tune without the words, and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm, that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land, and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me.